Hello, welcome my dear students of class 11. Dear student, I am Rajendra Rai from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur, presenting this video for your learning. Dear student, in my previous video, you have already learned about the cell division, that is the first part of the cell division, that is mitosis. All the diagrammatic explanation has been done in mitosis. And now we are entering into the second part of the cell cycle, that is meiosis. So my dear student, this meiosis is the process of cell division that takes place into the reproductive process. Without meiosis, the reproductive processes are not possible, because meiosis ensures the half number of chromosomes in each gamete, whether they are male or they are female, so that when they get together during the fertilization, then the formation of diploid zygote can take place. See how? Suppose in human cell 46 number of chromosomes are there. So what happens in meiosis? In meiosis, there will be the half number of chromosomes as a result of the division, meiotic division, into the reproductive germ mother cell, which results the formation of male gamete and female gamete in both the sexes respectively. So what happened during meiosis? The meiosis ensures the presence of the half number of chromosomes into each daughter cells. While what happened into the mitosis? The mitosis, if you take the example of mitosis, then there will be the full number of chromosomes, and that cell will be the 2n, while these will be the n, these will be the n, and this will again, this is the 2n. So this is mitosis. This is mitosis and this is meiosis. So dear student, the difference in between mitosis and meiosis that you can explain with the understanding of these concepts. Dear student, let us discuss in detail about the meiosis. This meiosis, that is the second part of the young phase, that get completed into two parts. Meiosis get completed into two parts. Number one, meiosis 1. So this meiosis get completed into two parts. Number one, meiosis 1, which are having the four phases likewise mitosis, and these four phases are prophase 1, metaphase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. My dear students, these are the four subphases of the meiosis 1. And not only this prophase 1 is the longer phase. This prophase 1, that is the longer phase, because of so many happenings are there into the cell, which is considered as the 2n. So prophase 1, that is having different stages, and the stages are leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin, and dikinesis. So what are happening into this prophase 1? Let us see the process of leptotene. The process of leptotene. How you understand the process of like see this. This is the leptotein, and in this leptotein, the chromosomal concentration will be there. Chromosomal concentration will be there into the nucleus, and nuclear membrane start disappearing. Nuclear membrane starts disappearing completely. Complete condensed stage of the this nuclear, complete condensed stage of this complete condensed stage of this prophase 1, that is, this is the condensation of the chromosomes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose 4 number of chromosomes are there into the mother cell, then the chromosomes will be distinct. Chromosomes will be distinct into the cell in leptotein. And what is happening into next, that is the zygotein. Zygotein, there will be the homologous pairing of the chromosomes into the nucleus. So homologous chromosome get paired into the nucleus, which results, you have to see this. This is the homologous chromosomes. They get paired, and something like this. The homology start paired into it, something like this. This is the second stage of the prophase 1. This is the second stage of the prophase 1, that is called zygotein. And third stage, this is again third stage. So what happening in this zygotein and pyketine? First of all, the homologous chromosomes, what you are looking here, the same color, same chromosomes, they get together to form a bivalent structure. As well as during the bivalation, there will be the interchange of the genetic material inside it. There will be the linking of the chromosomes inside it. So that linking of the chromosome and bivalency, that comes under second and third age, that is the zygotein and pyketine. So this is the first stage. This is the second and third, and the fourth stage that you can understand, that there will be the diplotein. Diplotein means the formation of PS beta. Further, what is happening? This one, this is the nucleus. Suppose this is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus, the formation of PS beta. Formation of PS beta takes place. The formation of X-axis structure, that will be like X, something like this. And with other chromosomes, the formation of PS beta structure will be something like this. Okay. So PS beta will be formed inside this. Inside this, PS beta will be formed. This is the fourth stage, and this is diplotein. This is zygotein and pyketine. This is leptotein. T. So my dear student, this phase, this stage, special stage, that is prophase 1, this is the a little bit longer stage in the process of meiosis, in the process of meiosis 2 especially. And for the fifth stage, that is the transition stage to the metaphase, that is the transition stage to the metaphase. What you are going to look here, this is the fourth stage and fifth stage, that the cell undergoes into the little bit transition towards, it is going towards the metaphase 2, metaphase 1. So what is happening? The chromosomes get arranged on the equator of the cell. Suppose this is the equator of the cell, this is the equator of the cell. So all the chromosomes, this structure will be disappear. The X structure, that will be disappear in dikinesis. This is the fifth stage, that is dikinesis, and this is also called the transition phase of the metaphase. So what is happening here? See, the chromosomes that will be arranged on this, something like this, on the equator. The chromosome that will be arranged on the equator, and the formation of spindle fibers starts. The formation of spindle fibers starts to attract these chromosomes. The formation of spindle fibers starts to attract these chromosomes, and this is the fifth stage, that is called dikinesis, and this is the transition phase of the metaphase. Now what is going to happen into the metaphase 1? See, what is going to happen into the metaphase 1? You have looked already, this is the prophase 1, and now metaphase 1. Metaphase 1. This is meiosis 1. So in metaphase 1, see what is going to happen. This is the cell, and the chromosomes always try to pair themselves. While the spindle fiber will be stronger, and they will always try to pull the chromosomes towards the poles. These are the poles, and the spindle fibers, they always try to pull the chromosomes towards the poles. See what is happening? These chromosomes again try to pair themselves, but the spindle fiber always try to pull them towards the poles. So this is the metaphase 1. I hope these diagrams are clear to all of you. Till the metaphase 1. Now the cell is entering into the next phase, that is anaphase 1. And in anaphase 1, what is going to happen? See, what is going to happen? This anaphase 1 means the cell will be bipolar. And the spindle fibers, they collect the chromosomes towards the poles. So see this. This is a single chromosome. This is again single chromosome. This is again a single chromosome. This is again a single chromosome. So in this is the metaphase 1 and this is the anaphase 1. This is the anaphase 1. So my dear student, you are looking here that there are the 4 number of the chromosomes in the mother cells that reduce to half towards the pole. Means 2 chromosomes and going towards each pole. And in the next phase, that is the telophase 1, these cells get divided into 2 daughter cells. These cells get divided into 2 daughter cells, which are having the distinct nucleus. And inside the nucleus there are the half number of chromosomes. There are the half number of chromosomes in each cell. Means 4 that was possessed by this mother cell, while the daughter cells that are having the half number of chromosomes, and this is the telophase 1. Telophase 1. So these are the daughter cells. These are the daughter cells. They get generated in meiosis 1, having the half number of the chromosomes. My dear student, I hope that with the help of these diagrams, you are able to explain the process of meiosis 1 in the cell cycle. And now I am going to enter into the meiosis 2. So what is happening in meiosis 2? See this. Just have a look on the meiosis 2. Just have a look on the meiosis 2 and what is going to happen. See, with the help of these diagrams, you will be able to learn. From, suppose these cells, they are entering into the meiosis 2. So what is happening? These are entering into the meiosis 2. So see what is happening. Meiosis 2. This is telophase 1. So these cells are entering into the meiosis 1 and 2. They are entering into the meiosis 2, which is the equatorial cell division, having the same number of the chromosomes. So if these daughter cells are having the 2 number of the chromosomes, that 2 number will be maintained at the end of their division. So what is happening? See this. Anaphase, prophase 1, prophase 2, and in the prophase 2, what is going to happen? In the prophase 2, the multiplication of these 2 cells, these 2 chromosomes, they get multiplied, they get replicated, and the number of the chromosomes in each cell get doubled. So the number of chromosomes in each cell get doubled, and this result, suppose this is a number of chromosomes 1, so it will be double. This is the second chromosome, it will be again double. And formation of spindle fibers will be there. How it will be double? By the process of DNA replication. DNA are present inside the chromosomes, and the chromosomes get replicated so that the number has to be increased. So what is happening in this? The formation of poles and spindle fibers start synthesizing, and in metaphase 2, see this, metaphase 2, what is happening? In metaphase 2, there will be the equatorial cell division at this point. And equatorial cell division means the division of the cells spindle fibers, they always try to attract these chromosomes towards the pole in metaphase 2. And in anaphase 2, see what is happening in anaphase 2. These spindle fibers, they attract each chromosome towards them, something like this. And so you are looking clearly in this anaphase 2 that the chromosomes start polarizing themselves towards the poles by the help of this spindle fiber. And in telophase 2, the two cells will be formed. Two daughter cells will be formed, which will have two number of the chromosomes, 1 and 2. So two number of the chromosomes that will be maintained as a result of the one cell that get dividing into two daughter cells, something like this, and the process of this cell division get completed. And this is significant into the reproduction process. So this is telophase 2 producing two haploid cells. Therefore, my dear students, this video, I hope that this video, these two videos, part 1 and part 2, is able to explain all of you, those who are present in the physical class are not present, but this will be beneficial for all of you to study the chapter 10, cell cycle and cell division, started from the beginning, and this is going to end. This is going to end here. And now I hope that in the next video I will try to go through the next chapter. That will be the chapter 13. Chapter 11 and 12 is not in your syllabus this year. Chapter 13, 14 and 15, that will be in the syllabus this year. So we will start next unit from chapter 13, 14, that is the plant physiology, 13, 14 and 15. So I hope that this video, you will like this video. If you like this video, have a like. If you dislike this video, have a dislike. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a good day and have a great day.